Hello, my name is Miss Krista from Kinder Occupational Therapy. Today's session is going to involve a few supplies that I want you to get together. We are going to do an Easter egg hunt since it is spring here in New York where I am, and Easter is this Sunday. I thought we could incorporate the holiday into our practice this morning. So you need some plastic eggs, and if you don't celebrate Easter or don't have plastic eggs, you can just use plastic bowls. And what you're going to do is you're going to write, you need 7 of them from whatever you get. So you can pause this and grab 7 eggs. And we're going to write some things on little pieces of paper and hide them in the eggs. The other thing we need are rubber bands. I have my little rubber band ball. What a great activity. When my kids were younger, we took a piece of aluminum foil and scrunched it in a ball, and my kids had to take rubber bands and make a rubber band ball, which is a cool activity, but we're not doing that today. But you need 5 rubber bands. Another thing you need are 5 pennies. Another thing, I have this special tennis ball. I call him Mr. Hungry because he's so hungry. He loves to eat. So with a tennis ball or a bank, you can get something with a slot. You can take a plastic container and make a slot in it for your child, or you can cut a hole. Be very careful. It's very sharp. And he works on hand strengthening and finger strengthening by squeezing around his mouth. So sometimes they need 2 hands. Little hands aren't as strong. The wider you make the slit in Mr. Hungry, the easier it will be for your child to open and close his mouth. So you need that as well. So we need a Mr. Hungry, rubber bands, 5 pennies, and 7 eggs. Lastly, we're going to do a cutting activity. I just took a piece of scrap paper that I have here, and I made 4 different eggs and then dotted lines so that we could practice our cutting and crack the egg. So now that you have your supplies together, if you pause this, we are going to take our eggs, and you're going to, on 7 different pieces of paper, we're going to write different activities. The first is jumping jacks. So I'm going to fold that up and put it in. The next one is crab walk. Fold it up, put it in. The next one is hopping. The next one you're going to write down is rubber bands. ABC song, pennies, and wheelbarrow walk. So we're going to hide those eggs around the room for your child, and you'll have them gather it up. Okay, so maybe your child can cover their eyes and count to 10 while you hide those eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and then have your child gather the eggs, running around gathering the eggs. Once your child's gathered the eggs, do you have them all gathered? Okay, good. They'll open it up. So the first one that I opened up is jumping jacks. So if your child opened that one up, or maybe we can open them all up so they can see all the words. So the first thing we'll do of the activities is jumping jacks. So 10 jumping jacks. Now, we have various ages here. So if you're one of my little ones, I want you to do the jumping jacks really slow. So first you're a pencil, and then a star with a thumbs up. Pencil, star, pencil, star, pencil, that's 4, star, 5, star, pencil, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. So there's our jumping jacks. So the next one we're going to do are our pennies. So taking our ball, Mr. Hungry, let me set this stuff aside so you can see. Set my eggs aside. So I have, let me put it on a piece of paper so you can see it. My pennies are matching mine. I have 5 pennies here. And here's my Mr. Hungry. He's very, very hungry. So with one hand, your non-dominant hand, that's my right hand, and with my other hand, my left hand, I'm going to pick it up between my thumb and my finger. And then I have to squeeze. Feed me, I'm so hungry. Feed it in and let him chomp, chomp, chomp. Maybe your child needs 2 hands. Chomp, 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 chomp. And then pick up another one. And another. So you could keep doing, your child can keep doing this one at a time. Or if this is too easy, we can pick one up, put it in our hand, close that part of our hand, and then take our thumb and our index finger, put it between our hand. Now I have 2. Pick up my third one, and I feed it. I still have 2 with my thumb. I'm going to put this between my thumb and my finger and hold my other penny. Mr. Hungry just bit my finger. No, I'm so hungry. Thumb and my finger, and oh no, he got my finger again. He's so hungry, so hungry. Okay, so now our Mr. Hungry's all filled up with our coins. The next thing, so we did our jumping jacks and our pennies. The next thing is rubber bands. So I have a cup here, or you can even take a toy if you don't have a cup. Maybe you don't even have rubber bands and you use hair ties. That's another option, but those are a little harder to stretch. So make sure your child's little hands can stretch that over. But I'm going to use rubber bands. So my rubber band can go around the cup. There's one. Get another rubber band. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Now, maybe that was too easy for your child. So maybe you could take something a little smaller, such as a little toy, and you put it around while holding the toy, and then we wrap it around again. So watch, I have to twist. See the twist? And then put it over. So there's 1. Put it over. I twist. See my fingers come in here. And I go around. So my fingers are opening it up. It's 2. So I put it around his head. My helper hand holds the rubber band in place. Stretch the rubber band and twist. Put my fingers in through the bottom. Go around. This is a lot harder. So this is probably for older kids, 8 years old, 7 years old maybe. And one more, number 5. Okay, and we have our rubber bands. Set that aside. A few more. The next thing is wheelbarrow walk. So this is going to take someone's help with you, mom or dad's help. And what you're going to do is you're going to put your hands on the ground. And mom or dad is going to get your legs, lift up those legs, and you're going to walk 5 forward, pretending my legs are up in the air. Put it up here. There we go. And back. Okay, so 5 steps forward with your hands and 5 steps back with your hands while your legs are lifted from mom or dad. Another activity we're going to do is the ABC song. ABC song. So if you have a beanbag Or you can use your Mr. Hungry. I'm gonna take my pennies out. And while we sing the ABCs, we're gonna throw the ball up and catch it, but little throws, and your eyes need to stay on the ball, not looking at me. So you have to watch the ball. If we don't watch the ball, then we can't catch it. So here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Good job. Did you do it? Awesome. Awesome job. Okay. So we did jumping jacks, wheelbarrow walk, rubber bands, pennies. Let's see, what am I missing? I've lost, oh, here it is. The next thing we're gonna do is hop. Hopping on one foot. So, let's see. So you're gonna back up and stand on one foot. Now maybe it's hard to stand on one foot. You can hold on to a wall or your table, but maybe you could do it without. So either or, try without first. And if that doesn't work, hold on to the wall. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then switch feet. Now maybe this other foot is hard for you to do. Maybe you're a little more wobbly. That's okay. Maybe try first before holding on to that wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Awesome job. Okay, the last thing we're going to do is crab walk. So, coming down to the floor again. My hands and feet are on the ground, and I'm not going to let my bottom touch the ground. Lifting my bottom up, so lifting it up. So let me start here. Ready? You're going to go backwards because that's easier for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And forwards. This is a little harder. Lift that belly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lift that belly up. Ooh, all right. Good job. Okay, so we finished with our Easter egg hunt activities. Put those away. And the last thing we're going to do is cutting. So we've practiced cutting before. So mom and dad may need to help. So if you're new at cutting, the first thing you need to do is there's a small hole and a big hole. Our thumb goes in the small hole. So maybe you have them flipped like this. Oh, my thumb can't go into the small hole. Flip it over so your thumb goes into the small hole. Now, my fingers are a little big. If your fingers are big, your pointer finger can stay at the end. But an important thing is not putting your fingers all the way through, because that makes it hard to cut. We want to keep the ends of our fingers, the fingertips. So we're almost ready to cut. But most important, we can't cut anything if we don't have our helper hand. So helper hand is going to hold the paper. So I'm going to start with this egg first. And helper hand holds. Now, I'm not going to hold my paper like this, holding it thumbs up. And we take little cuts. Now it's up to you whether you want to crack the egg. So you can stop when you get to the egg or crack the egg. Now notice my helper hand moves as my scissors move. My helper hand is not down here because then it's hard to control the paper. My helper hand moves as my scissors move. And I'm gonna crack the egg. Let's do it again. So helper hand, thumbs up. Following the line, moving my helper hand as my scissors move. Crack the egg. That's 2. Lift up the paper. Now my scissors are never pointing this way. They're never pointing that way. They're pointing straight at the screen. It's the helper hand that helps hold it straight. My elbows are, hold on, let's get a little bit closer. My elbows are not out here. My elbows are in. And slow, so I stay on the line and I crack the egg. Last one. Bring my helper hand down with my scissors. Cutting on the dotted line, elbows in, scissors pointing straight away from you, and I crack the egg. Awesome. So now you have all these pieces of paper. Let's see if you can put them back together like a puzzle. That doesn't look right. Let's see. No, what's wrong here? Oh, I should put this over here. There. And my last one. There we go. Awesome. So we did many activities today to work on our strength and our coordination through jumping jacks, strength through hopping. We did the crab walk, which is coordinating our arms and legs and using the strength of our core. We also did an eye-hand coordination activity, following the ball to sing while singing the ABCs. Oh, and wheelbarrow walk. And then we worked on our fine motor with rubber bands and with the pennies. And then lastly, we worked on bilateral coordination to cut the paper on the line using our one hand as an assist as the other hand cuts. So that's all for today. Thank you. My name is Ms. Krista from Kinder Occupational Therapy, and we'll see you next time. Bye.